The Puppet Princess. More like the Stupid Princess. Oh my god, this episode from Little Einstein sucks. Here are the reasons why I hate this episode in my opinion. The episode starts at the rocket room when the whole team are playing with their puppets until they see a poster about the three silly puppets and the puppet princess. June is dancing like a puppet and the team applauds for her. Fortunately, Rocket tells the team that it's time and Annie knows the puppet show starts in the Czech Republic, so they all run to Rocket, buckle their seatbelts, do the pat sequence and blast off. The team flies high in the sky as Annie sings about going to the puppet show as they enter the Czech Republic. The cart is headed for a big bump. The three puppets fall off the cart and the cart left behind. So Leo pulls out his baton and they got the next mission about getting the puppets to the show in time. The team march through the woods and the puppets can't move, so June is going to teach the puppets how to march like a real human. Soon, the puppet starts to march and they all march while Annie sings about the puppet show and soon, they made it to the sap forest as Rocket saw a warning sign about the sticky sap forest that if they got sapped up, they'll be stuck and it's sticky. June told the three puppets about the sticky sappy trees and they march through the sticky sappy forest and the three puppets get stuck on the sticky sappy tree. Leo told that they need to get unstuck from the sap and June told that the three little puppets get unstuck from the sticky sap by doing the unstuck rhythm. So Quincy put out his triangle and play the unstuck rhythm on his triangle. First, June helps the red puppet get the foot unstuck from the sticky sap tree. Next, June helps the yellow puppet get the elbow unstuck. Finally, June helps the orange puppet get the nose unstuck. Lastly, all three puppets are free from the sticky sap tree. Soon, they heard the puppet theater as shown from Leo's binoculars. Then, they march out of the sticky sap forest while Annie sings about the puppet show. Soon, they saw a sign that they must go this way and the little Einsteins followed the sign while the three puppets went in the wrong direction as the three puppets heads towards the dessert factory. The little Einsteins follows the three puppets into the dessert factory. Once they're inside the dessert factory, which was made by drawings of Leonardo da Vinci, the three puppets are on the Colicus pastries and the three puppets head towards the machine factory which squirts jelly and puff with sugar puff, otherwise the three puppet gets squirted and puffed. So June helps the three puppets duck lift their leg for the jelly squirter and the three puppets did the same thing as June. As they came under the sugar puffer, June duck under for the sugar puff and the three puppets did the same thing as June. Then, more jelly squirter and super puffer are coming so they did the same thing from earlier. As the machine starts to go faster, June helped the puppets do the same things, but faster. Soon, the three puppets made it through all of the jelly squirters and sugar puffers. As Rocket flew to the other side of the dessert factory to catch the three puppets once the conveyor reached the end. Soon, they heard the puppet show which is starting soon, so they had to fly super fast to get to the puppet theater in time. Finally, they made it to the puppet theater and June told the three little puppets to put on a show called The Three Silly Puppets and the Puppet Princess. Quincy can't see the puppet princess anywhere, but the goal is that only one girl who is good at dancing can be a puppet princess. So the three puppets heads over to the box and handed a princess hat to June. Then, June and the three puppets head inside the stage and Leo, Annie, and Quincy read the story about the three silly puppets and the puppet princess while June performed the story. First, June the puppet princess teaches the three puppets how to march. Then, they taught them the unstuck rhythm. Next, they taught the three puppets to duck under. And finally, the puppet princess and the three puppets became best friends and they all lived happily ever after. Mission completion. And that's how the episode goes. So, the puppet princess sucks. And so does Carmen's big race. Brothers and Sisters to the Rescue is 352,000 times better than the puppet princess. End of rant.